Hey everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. So today's reading is all about the lessons that your spirit guides are trying to teach you right now. So they are working with you and trying to teach you some things, and this reading just gives you a little bit of insight into what that is so you can be more aware, and some advice on how to get where they need you to go. So I'm doing this intro after the readings. So these three cards actually came from the readings in different places. So if you want to take a look at them and choose one that calls to you, either based on the card, the meaning of the card, the imagery on the card, or just the number, whatever feels right to you, go with that. So group one, your card is the Devil. Group two, the Nine of Swords. And group three, the Nine of Cups. So whichever one calls to you, just go on down into the description box, click on the timestamp for that group, and it will take you right to your reading. And I will see you there. Thanks, y'all. Hey, group one. Okay, so today's reading is what your spirit guides are trying to teach you, what lessons they feel like you need to learn, or lesson you need to learn right now. So this is a new reading, so we'll see how this goes and let me know what you think of it. All right, I'm going to start with an oracle card, and then we'll look at some tarot. And your card is Abundance. See what the tarot cards are showing. All right, we have the Four of Wands reversed, Six of Cups reversed, the Devil, and the Eight of Cups. And for an advice card, you have the Moon. Give me just a second. I want to take these in, and then we'll talk about what's here and pull a few more cards. Okay. All right. So the way these cards are laid out, I just want to give you a little bit of just some color here on what they all mean. So it's sort of a progression. This is where you were in the past, kind of where you are now, where you're headed in the near future, and then this is a little bit further out. And that's what they're showing me as far as your progression, what you need to learn, and why, a little bit of why you've gone through what you've gone through. So, in the past, there was a shakeup in your home life, a disturbance. They're saying like the rug was pulled out from underneath you. It could have been a big move. It could have been a big family change. For some, it may have been divorce. It may have, been a relocation. a change in your family status somehow, but somehow it was something to do with your home or your family that really knocked you off balance. So your stable, calm, relatively calm, right, life, predictable life, comfortable life was thrown out of balance. And now you're in this place of the Six of Cups reversed, where you're sort of pining for what used to be. They're saying, what happened in the past? Hold on, let me get that message right. They're saying what happened in the past wasn't an accident. It wasn't, depending on your situation, it wasn't a punishment. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't just something that happened to you. It happened for a reason. And it's meant to bring you forward into the future, into your future, to where you need to be. So, things happen in everyone's lives, but it's sort of what it happened, the way it happened and when it happened, and how it happened, all of that was for a reason. They're saying the timing was exactly right for you and for what you need to learn. But now you're in this place of wanting to return to the past, wanting to recapture what you had. And it's natural to do that. It's human nature. It's perfectly normal. But they're saying right now it's not healthy for you. Because where you're headed in the near future is the Devil card, which is a place of feeling kind of stuck, of feeling trapped. In the typical Devil card, it usually shows a man and a woman and they're chained to each other and to the devil, right? This one's a little bit different. It's this woman is a spider or is caught by a spider. I'm not exactly sure, but caught in a spider web. But it's a similar idea of being trapped, feeling trapped, feeling caught, feeling unable to break free from these attachments that are holding on to you. The reality is you're not trapped. You're not stuck. You're free to go. You're free to move on. You're free to be happy and live in the present and look forward to the future. But that's not where you are. And that's the big lesson they have for you. Further out in the future, you'll get it. You'll move on from the past with the Eight of Cups. What you had may have been beautiful, may have been wonderful. Maybe it wasn't wonderful and you just are remembering it that way out of nostalgia. Everyone's situation will be different. They're saying, hang on to the good memories, of course. Hang on to the good experiences as a place to visit when you need to just remember, just to feel better. But don't stay there. Don't live there. Don't get trapped there. Because you are meant to move forward, and that's really, really what they want you to start focusing on and start working on. All right. I'm going to pull some clarifying cards and just get a little more detail, see what else we can see, see what else they want you to know about what they're trying to teach you, what they want you to learn. All right. We have the Chariot, the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. All right, and let's pull another card for your advice, and we'll talk about the advice in a minute. Two of Pentacles. Okay. So looking back into the past, you had some instability, some things changed. The Chariot card just sort of enhances that message. It just highlights that message. You were meant to move on from that situation. You were meant to move on from something unstable and just, take the reins of your life and move forward. And I do see that you did that in some way with the Chariot there. But right now, you're sort of they're saying you're listening to your heart, but your heart is stuck in the past. And so you just keep feeling it and feeling it and feeling it. And that's where this bruised and beaten Nine of Wands card comes in. It's a very vulnerable feeling, but like you have your guard up. It's like part of you knows you need to move forward, but you're stopping yourself from doing that because part of you is afraid of what might happen because you've been through a lot. And you're sort of afraid of taking on another beating, of having to fight another battle, of having to pull yourself up from, from the ground and make yourself whole again. You're afraid of the rug being pulled out from underneath you again. And it's understandable. But they're saying that's not what's going to happen. So while you may be feeling like you're stuck, or you may not even be feeling like you're stuck, but they're seeing you as heading into a place of being stuck when you're actually being handed a new opportunity, a fresh start, like a gift from the universe that is meant to last a very long time. Now, normally the Ace of Pentacles is like a seed that you can either nurture and grow or not. There's no guarantee it will last. There's no guarantee of longevity. But as I was talking about this card, they pointed out these lilies down in the bottom. And lilies to me, because I also read Lenormand cards, it's just the symbolism to me means being happy for a long time. It's a very long-term, satisfied, good feeling. What they're offering you, what the universe is offering you, is something very tangible and very real and very good for you in the long run. But you got to pull yourself off of that spider web. You got to break the chains. But further out into the future, like I said, we've got this Eight of Cups. You will move on. That is their goal. That is that's your point. That's where this journey is heading to. And it will be a slow journey, but you will be moving forward. You're not standing still. Usually in a lot of cards, the Knight of Pentacles, the horse is actually standing still and not moving. But in this one, he is moving forward. You can see his legs are in motion. It is one of the slower cards, but it's a determined card. It's moving forward with purpose. and moving forward with the knowledge that everything is going to turn out okay, that this is good, that this is good for you. All right, let's talk about the advice. We have the Moon card and we have the Two of Pentacles. They want you to listen to your intuition, to that inner voice. That voice, it's like you keep turning the knob off and not wanting to listen, or not believing that you can. Hold on, they're telling me something else. They're saying nobody can turn that knob on but you. It's a weird thing to say. Nobody can turn that knob on but you. So if you're struggling with hearing your intuition, hearing that inner voice, hearing guidance from the universe and your spirit guides, if you're struggling with that right now, they're saying it's up to you to turn that knob on. They can't do it for you. You have to listen and believe and work at it. They're asking you to trust the signs that you see, signs from them, signs from the universe, that you're moving in the right direction, that you're doing the right thing. They will give you signs, coins on the ground, feathers. They're saying feathers in the air. I don't know if you, maybe some, we all see feathers on the ground sometimes, right? But I don't know. Is that right? Am I hearing that right? No. I don't know. If you see a feather in the air, then that's most definitely a message from them. But feathers, coins, nudges, a song on the radio that you sort of feel in your gut. Little things that remind you that they're there. They do that to push you in the right direction, to let you know you're doing it, you're going forward. When you're doing the right thing, they will give you messages to let you know. And they just want you to keep working at it and keep trusting your intuition, because there is a tendency to close yourself off and shut the door to the present because you're afraid of the future and you're still wounded from the past. So let's talk about this abundance card. They want you to know you have more going for you than you realize. There is more abundance, more beauty, more happiness, more love and joy than you are giving the future credit for. Part of you is having a hard time believing that the future can be as wonderful as they are promising it will be, because it seems so far-fetched right now. But it isn't far-fetched, it's real. They want you to know how much abundance is waiting for you. All right, got one last card for you. This is, I think they're called, hold on, healing angel cards, just messages from your spirit guide or guides. And your card is protection. You're safe. Do not fear. We are with you always and surround you always with our invisible wings of light. You don't need to worry about the future. They've got you. What you need to do is let go of the past. Stay present. Be in the present. You're not going to forget about the past, they're saying. You can't forget about it. And you won't forget about it. But you don't have to live there. Visit now and again if you need to, for like the sake of memories or whatever, but don't live there. They're saying it wasn't better then than it will be tomorrow, in the future. Like there's a fear that what you left behind is as good as it gets. And it's just not the case. It's going to be so much better. But until you let go of the past, there's no room. There's no room for all these beautiful things to step in and surround you with joy and beautiful abundance. So you've got to make room. Make room in your heart. Make room in your mind. Make room in your life for the future to step in. All right, y'all, that's all I've got for you. I hope that was helpful. And thank you so much for being here. Feel free to drop me a line in the comments and let me know, like, what's your situation? What's going on with you? And I don't know if there's anything I can do to help. I'm happy to see if I can, when I read your comments and respond. But I do always read them, and I thank you for that. So thank you, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, Group 2. Okay, we are looking today at what your spirit guides want you to learn. What are they trying to teach you? What lessons do they feel like you need right now in your life? So, let's see. We're going to start with an oracle card. And we have union. Okay, let's take a look at some tarot. We have Nine of Swords reversed, Four of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Six of Swords. And we're going to pull an advice card. And the advice is Nine of Wands reversed. All right, let me take these in and then we'll talk about what's going on here. Just give me 1 sec. I just want to see if they have any initial messages for you. Okay. All right. This has to do in some way with love and relationships. And they're saying that love is a lesson in itself. It's a lesson in kindness and compassion and in trusting yourself to be open to another person. And there's a balance there. And say that again, the balance. They're saying that balance is where you need the most work. So, and what is the balance? Do you want to give us more information about that? They're saying there's a balance between love and being there for yourself. Receiving love from someone else and being there for yourself. It's like not relying too much on another person, but also not closing yourself off. So that's where the balance is, that line of that you have to sort of navigate. All right, so let's talk about the cards. So these first 4 cards are a little bit of a progression. The Nine of Swords represents where you were in the past. Could be recent past, could be further back. But this Nine of Swords reversed, hold on. They're saying you stopped caring about being seen. You wanted to be invisible for a while. You held back, you kept to yourself. You didn't want to be noticed. And they're pointing out, if you look at this card upright, and this is not the traditional meaning of this card, but she's got her bare skin and there's just eyes all over her as if being watched. And so in reverse, it's this feeling of wanting to be invisible, not wanting eyes on you, not wanting to be in a relationship, not wanting to be exposed. Where you are now, you've moved on from that. And the Four of Swords represents where you are now. You're more open to being seen now, but you're still recovering from whatever it was that had you feeling like you needed to withdraw. And in some sense, you are still withdrawing. It's a little bit less purposeful, where before you genuinely just wanted to be invisible for a while. Now it's not so much that you want to be invisible, but you're still healing. You're still finding your way. Yeah, you're still finding a sense of peace within yourself. In the near future, we have the Hierophant. Lessons are coming. This lesson in love is working its way to you. It's like they said before, love is a lesson in itself. And you have been learning all along. You've already gone from probably being hurt in love in some way, wounded in love, wounded within yourself, not feeling confident, not feeling open, and wanting to hide yourself from the possibility of a relationship, from even being seen, like you didn't even want to be approached. You've already grown through that. They've helped you work through that. And you've done a lot of work. Now you're in this place of being still, but slowly opening up. You're saying, even if it's in your dreams, Like you may be having dreams about being in a relationship. Could even be dreams about old relationships, people you used to date, maybe popping up in your dreams. And it's not a message of you need to be with them or anything like that. It's a subconscious reminder of what it was like to be together, to be in a union with someone. So you may be getting messages in your dreams about that. But more lessons are coming. They have something to teach you, and you have something to learn. And they're saying it's not a hard lesson. It's one that a part of you wants to learn. But there's also part of you that does not want to learn it. There's still some hesitancy. There's still a little bit of resistance. Further out into the future, and where they are heading with you, is the Six of Swords. Moving on from a dark place. Moving on from a place of turmoil and doubt and weakness and insecurity. And moving to a place that brings you freedom and happiness in relationships. They has this island here with the palm tree, and it's like she's getting ready to drop anchor. And it's like this is like a paradise island. They're taking you there to a place where you can leave the insecurities and even old betrayals, old wounds, leave those behind. All right, before we get to the advice, let's get a few more cards out and just get a little more information here. Spirit, can you clarify the first 4 cards for us, please? We have the Sun reversed, 6 of Pentacles, Temperance reversed, and 5 of Pentacles. Interesting. All right, and can you clarify the advice for us, please, too? And we have the King of Wands. Okay. All right. So, in the past, you've got the 9 of Swords and the Sun reversed. There's some unhappiness. There's some hiding. There's like pulling back into the shadows. The sun, when it's upright, the sun is shining on you and you're seen and you're noticed. But in reverse, you're in the darkness, right? You're hidden. You very much just wanted to disappear for a while. And maybe it was intentional. Maybe you knew you wanted to work on yourself. Maybe you knew that you weren't in the right headspace to be in a relationship. And so you intentionally pulled back. Or maybe you just felt insecure about opening up to someone new. And so it sort of just happened subconsciously. So you may not even have been aware of it, or you may have done it intentionally. But now you're in a place of resting. You're in a place of, with the 6 of Pentacles, of being more open to giving and receiving. You have a little bit more balance in your life, which is good. It is what you need. Things are, they're evening out. In the near future, where you're headed, we've got the lessons of the Hierophant, and then we have Temperance reversed. Temperance in reverse in the near future it talks a little bit about taking a step back. You've built up some balance here. But then there's part of you that doesn't want to rock the boat. It's like you finally found this place where you feel comfortable and there's some give and take. But in the near future, Spirit is actually going to pull you back a little bit, give you a little bit of a wobble. It's nothing bad, but just sort of a chance to see how things could be different. You know, when temperance is upright, I often say it's about filling your own cup. And you have learned to fill your own cup. But this lesson they want to teach you, and it will be coming soon, is to allow someone else to come and fill that cup with you. And so, you know, when I say they come in and there's a lesson and there's going to be a wobble and some imbalance, you know, I don't feel like this is something negative in any way. I feel like someone is going to come in and challenge your misconceptions about love and people in general, but in a good way. So further down, their goal for you is to bring you to a place where you can leave the dark clouds behind, leave the darkness behind. Go to a place of calmer waters. And then with this Five of Pentacles, what I'm getting is a sense of compassion, of going through life's trials together. You know, you notice there's two of them there. Going through the good times and the bad times together, having someone there with you to help you. You know, could this guy, you know, in the crutches, could he survive and make it on his own? Yes, he probably could. Will it be just a little bit easier, or even a lot easier, with the help of this other person? With the compassion of this other person? And the love? I'm sure it will be. And that's where they want you to get, is to realize that in the good and the bad, companionship and union with someone like-minded, someone who is there for you, makes life better, makes life easier, even though it isn't always easy to be in a relationship. They're saying it brings life to a new level. And the lesson is finding that balance between caring for yourself, filling your own cup, and letting someone else step in and help you, and vice versa, you stepping in to help them. So the advice, we have the Nine of Wands reversed and the King of Swords. When the Nine of Wands is upright, this person is wounded. They've been through a lot, but they're also very guarded. In reverse, it's much more of a vulnerable feeling. And the advice here is for you to sort of let the walls down. You know, this rose bush with all its thorns, they want you to put the thorns away. Let the walls down. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be open to another. And this King of Wands is a message of being open to change and being open to passion. They're saying you lack passion in your life. In every way, in lots of areas of your life, not just your love life, but you lack passion. And you need to light that fire again. And this is one way they can help you do it, but you need to be open to it. And so that's what they're asking you to do with this advice. Is there anything else, Spirit, on the advice? They're saying, let go of the need to be right and just see what happens. What you think a relationship at this point in your life is going to look like or feel like, or what you think you need, you might be wrong. And they just want you to see what happens. Nothing is permanent. If you don't like it, you don't have to stay in a relationship. You don't have to continue on with someone. But they want you to give it a chance. And of course, we have this union card, which is pretty self-explanatory. Coming together with someone. But what we notice with the imagery is she has this lotus flower on the crown of her head, and that represents your crown chakra and being open. Opening yourself up. You know, if you look at her clothes, you know, releasing your inhibitions. She has a very open stance in the way she's sitting. It's a message of trust as much as anything else. And just being open to the universe and to your spirit guides to help you. To show you how much better life can be. All right, one last card. These are healing angel cards. We'll just get a final message for you from your spirit guides. And your card is Heart and Soul. When making your decision, take into account what your heart and soul are saying. Sometimes the mind can deceive us. Choose through love, not fear. And that's sort of the gist of all of this, isn't it? You know, just to open up your heart, open up your soul, turn that brain off a little bit. Stop overthinking it. And just be open. You know, it's always up to you. But they're telling me they're encouraging you to give it a chance. And to be open to someone sweeping you off your feet. So, if you haven't been open to that, then certainly this message, this reading is for you. All right, y'all, that is all I have for you, but I would love to hear about your situation and what you've got going on. If you want to drop me a comment, I always read them and I reply. And thanks for being here. Throw me a like if you enjoyed this reading and if it resonated, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks, y'all. Bye-bye. Hey, Group 3. All right, we are taking a look today at what your spirit guides want you to learn. What lesson are they trying to teach you right now? So let's start with an oracle card, and we'll go from there. All right, and we have gratitude. All right, get some tarot out on the table. All right, we have 7 of Wands reversed, 9 of Cups reversed, Wheel of Fortune, and the Death card. And I'm going to pull one card for your advice from Spirit. And we have Queen of Swords reversed. All right, let me just take these in and see if they have any initial messages for you. I'm sorry, say that. I'm just, hold on, y'all. I'm getting a message and I just want to make sure I get it right. Okay. What they're telling me is it's a message of focusing on the reasons why you do things or want things. They're saying worry less about where you're going and focus on the why, because that's what's important right now. And you are going somewhere. I can see that for sure. So the way these cards are laid out, it's a little bit of a progression, and we'll talk through that. And like I said earlier, this last card is your advice. So the 7 of Wands reversed is where you were in the past. It could be recent past, it could be further out, but this is past energy. And in reverse, you were feeling a little bit helpless. Like you just couldn't make things happen. You know, when this card is upright, especially this particular deck, you know, this person is forcing those bars open. He's sort of taking control and making things happen. He's going to get himself out of this situation himself, right? In reverse, it's like nothing you can do is right. Nothing works. You can't seem to get out of this hold that you're in. And it sort of prevented you from moving forward. Where you are now is the 9 of Cups reversed. So after feeling sort of stuck, feeling like you were hindered, not even stuck, but like something or someone was blocking you. You may feel less blocked now. You should, a little bit anyway. But you're still feeling like what you really want is not coming to you. Or what is coming to you isn't what you want. They're saying that's more the answer for you. Like you've opened up the bars, things have opened up for you, and things have started moving forward. There's been a little bit of a release of energy, and things are starting to flow your way. But from your point of view, it's not what you want, though. What you want is still elusive. And what you're getting is challenges and hard work and maybe rewards that are not as appealing to you as they might be to someone else. They're saying right now it feels like you're working hard for the wrong things, and you're really just wanting the right things to come your way. They're saying the key is that you're focusing on the wrong things. You're focusing on all the things that are not the way you want them, instead of focusing on why you want other things. So, can you give me an example to maybe make that more clear? Okay. They're saying, for instance, if you're working very hard at your job, and this is just an example, and what you want is a raise. What you're getting is maybe, some positive recognition, some, rewards, and in your mind, yeah, that's great, but show me the money. And that's fine. Spirit understands what it is you want, and their intention is not to deny you what you want. What they're asking you to do is, rather than focus on what you're getting that you don't want, or the fact that you're not getting what you do want, is to focus on, why do you want the raise? Why do you want it? And is there something in there that you actually are getting? Is there something in the why that you actually are getting? So, for example, do you want a raise because you want that recognition? You want to be able to say, they value me enough to pay me more. And I get that, right? Money does talk. But what they're saying is there a little bit of that why in what you're getting now? Meaning, if you're being acknowledged and recognized at work, can you not allow that to feel good? Because isn't that sort of why you want the raise? And again, that's just an example. That may not be your situation, but I hope that sort of paints a picture for you. Focusing on the why you want something. And then ask yourself, am I getting that in any way? Maybe not the way you want to get it, but am I getting what I really want in any small way? And you may find, if you look at it that way, that you start to see signs of that opening up. I know that I feel like that maybe is confusing, but I hope it's not. So, is there another example you want to give? No. Okay, well, hopefully y'all get it. So, looking beyond the surface of what you want and really asking yourself, why do you want it? And then sort of stepping back and looking at your situation with fresh eyes. So in the near future, we have the Wheel of Fortune. You're going to see things change. Things are already changing, and you may just not even be noticing it or appreciating it. You notice you have the gratitude card there, and we'll talk about that as well, but it's a message of appreciating the little things that are coming your way now, even if they're not everything you want. Appreciating those little things, because those things grease the wheels for bigger, better things. And bigger, better things are coming. And that is what Spirit wants you to realize and focus on. And they're pointing out this heart. I don't know if you can see it. This heart that's in the topmost gear. And she's also holding a pocket watch. They're saying, we know what's in your heart. We know what you want. And you're going to get it. But it may not be in the way you want to get it. But we're still going to satisfy the why. And it's coming, with the pocket watch, the time is coming sooner rather than later. This is a near future card. It's coming soon, but you can't force it. They're saying the best way to force it is to open up to gratitude and appreciate the little gifts as they come. Because each little gift, each little step is like a gear in this wheel of fortune, leading up to what really makes your heart happy. And then further out in the future, this is where Spirit wants you to ultimately go, wind up. And that's this death card. And this is probably one of the most beautiful death cards I've seen. She is peeling back her skin almost and revealing like this bouquet of flowers underneath. And we've got a butterfly and lilies. It's a card of transformation and of becoming something beautiful after you shed your skin. They want you to have everything you're dreaming of. Again, it won't always happen the way you're imagining it, or exactly, it'll happen in its own way, but focus on the why. Why do you want something? What is it about this dream, this goal, this thing that feels so out of reach? What is it about that makes you want it so badly? Really, really go deep on that. Because you are getting there. And the why is very important to this transformation. All right. Let's get a few more cards out on the table. And we'll talk about the advice in a minute. All right, Spirit, can you clarify the first 4 cards for us, please? Just get a little deeper on this. Oh. We have the Lover's card. Queen of Pentacles reversed. The Moon reversed. And the 3 of Pentacles. And can you give us 1 card to clarify the advice, please? We have the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay, so in the past, 7 of Wands reversed in the Lover's card. You were feeling stuck. You were feeling blocked, but still very committed to what you wanted or what you want. There's a strong commitment there. They're saying there's a message here of being so committed in your mind, but less committed in your actions. And that's why these bars were not opening. They're saying it's, and don't take this the wrong way, but it's a little bit like talking a big game, like saying, I want this, I'm focused on that, I'm going after this, that, the other, like really talking it and like convincing yourself that, and others, that you are focused and determined and doing everything you can to achieve this goal of yours. But you weren't actually walking the walk. Talking the talk, but not walking the walk. You were convincing yourself you were doing the work, but you weren't quite. They're saying you're doing the work now. Like you've had that wake-up call, I think, and you're doing the work. But it's just beginning to turn those wheels, so it's going to take time. But you're feeling like nothing's happening or the wrong things are happening. You know, when the Queen of Pentacles is upright, she's very fertile. She makes things happen. She's surrounded by abundance. But right now you're focused on what isn't happening. Or like I said before, the things that are happening don't seem like it's like it feels like the universe or your spirit guides are giving you gifts, and you're saying, but this isn't what I wanted. Like, thank you for this thing, this opportunity, this recognition, this whatever. Thank you, but that's not what I wanted. This is what I want. And they're saying, we know. Focus on the why. Focus on the why. Why do you want it? So in the near future, things have already started to change. They're going to change more significantly soon. And you're going to get some clarity with this moon card in reverse. You're going to see things more clearly. You're going to understand why things happened the way they did. The progression for you. They're teaching you to pay attention to that. To the steps that they take to get you to where you want to be, so that in the future, when you're at step 1, you don't get so frustrated. And you're just grateful to be at step 1 because you know step 2, step 3, step 4 are coming. So they do want you to pay attention to that. And then further out, the outcome of this lesson, like I said, they want you to transform with this death card. But you also have the 3 of Pentacles here. And it's a card of working toward what you want and becoming the expert that others look to. So ultimately, they're saying, as they teach you this lesson, you will not only transform and come out of this, you know, a beautiful butterfly that has transformed, sort of shed your skin and become something new, but you will have learned the lesson. This is their goal anyway. You will have learned the lesson that they set out for you, but you will also master it. Whatever this lesson that is, the focusing on why and being grateful for what is, you will become a master at that. And it will change your life. Because like I said, you'll start being grateful for step 1. And the more grateful you are at step 1, the faster you get to the last step. All right, so advice. We have the Queen of Swords reversed and the Hangman reversed. The Queen of Swords as advice tells you to get out of your head. Stop overthinking it. Stop thinking it and start listening to your heart. The answers are in your heart. Just like the gear on this Wheel of Fortune ends at her heart, the answers are in your heart. And then the other advice is to stop waiting and start taking action. Start moving forward. No more pausing. No more assuming that you are doing all the things you need to do to get where you want to go. You have to start taking action and thinking positively, and come from your heart. Come from a heart space as you focus on your goals and what you're trying to accomplish. And of course, be grateful. You know, this butterfly is a perfect example, just like this death card of emerging from a caterpillar to a butterfly, emerging into something new, something beautiful, and learning from that. All right, got one more card for you. This is the Healing Angel card, just as a final message from Spirit for you. And your message is precious gift. Friendship, family, and love are precious gifts. Do not lose sight of what is most important. And that's really a big message for your whole reading. Focus on what's most important. Focus on the why. Don't lose sight of that. Those gifts are there for you now. And there's more coming. You're on your way. They want you to know you're on your way. You've already made progress and taken steps to turn things around for yourself. And so now they're just supporting you and helping you get there. So just pay attention to that and focus on the good that's happening. And don't worry about how or when you're going to get, to the end game. Let them worry about that. All right, y'all, that's all I've got. I hope this was helpful. If you want to drop me a comment and let me know what's going on with you, I love to hear your comments, and I always read them and respond. And if this reading resonated, if you liked it, give it a like. I really appreciate that. And I will see you next time. Thanks, y'all. Bye-bye.